Hello and welcome to Thought for Thursday. I'm excited to have you here with me today as we talk about a topic that is crucial for having a life that absolutely thrives. We are in our power shift phase and we started this week with an introduction, and we'll be doing this for the next 12 weeks, talking about how we are shifting via reinvention or whatever is necessary so that we can live the way in which we desire to live and live that life that thrives. And I frequently talk about the fact that in order to live one that thrives, you have to have a life that focuses in on purpose. I know we frequently talk about purpose and exactly what it is, and their formulas to getting to understanding what your purpose really looks like and if you're operating in your purpose, and just so many things that we talk about around that. But truly, if you desire to be happy in what you do, it is proven, if you desire and if you have any chance at all at being successful in what you do, you really do have to operate in that. Yeah, let's inhale and exhale on that one. In a world right now where everything seems to be topsy turvy, we don't know how we're operating, where we're going, what may come the next day, what is normal in law this day gets overridden the next. So, purpose just seems to somehow may even kind of get buried in there, or perhaps we're pulled away from it because of circumstances that are totally out of our control. Understand that purpose is really life moving through you. So, yeah, even what you're experiencing right now, somewhere in there, purpose is still there and it wants to come out, and you need to make a push in order to get to it. So, are you ready? Are you really ready to talk about this? You know, we've already been talking about the fact that life is going to test you. I don't care what it is that you're doing. It's going to shake you. It's going to make you second guess yourself, sit down in fear, particularly lately, right? And if we're not careful, really settle for a lot less than what life is intended to give us, for what we're deserving of in life and what life has to offer to us. But here's what you need to understand: purpose does not happen, all right? It doesn't happen without a push. It's not always easy to just move in that area, to move in that vein, to move in that track, and just go about and carry out life the way that you desire. It's going to take some work at points, whether it's work with having to truly understand how your desires and your passions and what you feel that you are really good at and something that you want to explore and do more in life. Sometimes it really takes huge effort to actually be able to pin that down to a specific task, or relate it to a specific area in a career, or relate it to what you want to do in the volunteer space, in the community, in your personal life, what you want to do even for fun, and how you may want to take something that you're really passionate about, a gift that you have, and work that gift into your purpose. And who knows, maybe even make a profit in that direction. There's so many different ways that you can really go past this. But today, as you know, Thought for Thursday is the segment of Leveling Up the Podcast, where we come to you on Thursdays in 15 minutes, give you 5 areas, 5 topics, or 5 tips that you can walk away from the podcast knowing and hearing and being able to implement to make a difference, even if it's just a small one, even as we finish with this particular airing of Thought for Thursday. So let's talk about this just a little more. I want to give you 5 reasons as to why you have to push. You have to push, and why a life of purpose really leads to one that thrives. And the fact that even though times are kind of iffy right now and you don't quite know which direction to go, it is still prime time to push to push so that your destiny, so that your dreams, so that your hopes, what it is you want to do is not sidelined. So, why is it that we need to really focus in on purpose? What could be a reason? And I apologize, I didn't put my little breadcrumbs up here earlier. I'm going to try and do them as we go along. But one of the reasons really is, purpose really does give your pain a place to be transformed. Have you ever really thought about that? Some of us have really been through some things. Let's just be honest. You've lost, you've cried, you've been rejected. But let me ask you, what is it that you have done in that pain place? Because pain with no direction will really eat you alive. But when you kind of align it with purpose, it can become a teacher. If you don't see it as something that is misfortune and something that is has been designed to defeat you, use it as a learning tool. Use it understanding that there is a lesson in there that can help you in the transformation process, that can help you in your reinvention process, that can help you in understanding how purpose plays a part in all of that. Many of us have really linked into our purpose after we have been through some things or experienced some things or had to develop some things in very tight spaces. We've been able to come in and make a change after we've honed in on exactly what that may look like and where it is that we really need to be, how it is we can use that place to grow. So, what's another thing? Well, purpose makes you unshakable, right? If you are really clear about why you're here, life cannot knock you down the same way that it used to because you have that assurance in your core. We talk about purpose being a part of that core. Your core is your foundation. It's what stabilizes you. It's what helps you to plant your feet solidly so that if you sway in any direction, you still remain standing. That core is kind of like a weeble that wobbles, all right? You may weeble, you may wobble, but you won't fall down. I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember that. But anyway, the same concept. People can talk and they can really distract you, right? Rejection really stings. I don't know how to describe it. And many of you who have been through rejection and hurt and pain and just despair really cannot give words to what it feels like. It's painful and numb all at the same time. But when you don't know your purpose, that kind of thing really becomes easy to be manipulated in your life. You'll chase what's trendy instead of what's true. All right. You might walk differently. You understand that every single thing happening is either preparing or positioning you for purpose or in purpose or to do the next thing. So the push for purpose is important again because it gives your pain a place to be transformed. And secondly, it makes you unshakable. It is the thing that helps to stabilize your core. Purpose is a part of the core that needs the stabilization. What's a third reason why you have to push for purpose? Well, it's important for you to understand that in looking at that purpose or in pursuing it, you look at something that's really going to demand that you stop playing small. If you're really looking at purpose, you understand that you can't continue to crouch behind that curtain. You have got to come out. You have got to be in a place where you know that you have got to pursue things. It's almost as if you don't pursue it, you can't breathe. Any of you ever been to that place where you have something that is rooted so deeply and you know is so important and something that you so desire to do that not doing it on a regular really puts you at a place where you feel like you can't maneuver the next exhale? Well, it's true. Purpose is the thing that may just demand that you stop playing small, that you stop hiding behind everyone else and letting them take credit for all of the accomplishments that you have contributed to or that you have made, so that you can stop dimming that light and ask yourself, and I frequently talk to women about this, who told you that you were too much? What qualifications do they have to tell you that you're too much and to dim your light? Are they qualified to say that what you have, your gift, that whatever you're operating in is too much? Is it too much for them? Is it too much for everybody? Who is it too much for? And what gives them the authority to tell you that? Frequently, if you think about that, that helps you to put that opinion in perspective and you realize that it is just that, an opinion and not fact. Who's to tell you that your dreams are too big or that you just should be grateful and settle for where you are right now when you know that there's possibility out there for more? So, yeah, purpose is going to be the thing that pushes you to stop crouching behind those limiting beliefs or those negative nannies or those negative voices that are telling you you're too much and you need to pull back and you need to be satisfied with where you are. It's going to stop you from doing that, because knowing that there's more out there is going to put such a chokehold on you that you're going to desire to breathe and breathe freely, and therefore be at a place where you're just striving to exhale and do so, because that's the only way that you're going to live, right? Is if you get a good exhale and inhale in each time that you breathe in and out. What else? Well, the purpose that we're talking about, it blesses more than just you. I often talk about how life is definitely for me. My life that I live is my life, and the lessons in it are for me. But it is in what I do that I've discovered so frequently that my story is not just for me, but it is there, and I have a responsibility to share it, because it has helped me in my growing, and it has helped me in what I do to understand what it is to conquer, or how it is that you can conquer certain things. And it is an obligation for me to help others to do the same. I know it sounds cliche-ish, pick somebody up as you go along, help somebody along the way. But all of that is so very true and so necessary. We were designed to be there for one another, not just live alone, live life alone, and look out just for ourselves. We were designed to be community. Somewhere along the way, we lost that. And I believe that it is incredibly important, particularly in this day and age, to get back to that and to understand that your life is not just for you, but it is also to bless someone else. And that purpose, that is a part of the purpose that we're talking about. The things that you live, the things that you do, a part of that purpose is to actually help and to be there for someone else and to help them to see that, yeah, just maybe, just definitely, they need to pursue purpose too. Yeah, help somebody else understand that their purpose is not to be hidden, that their purpose is not to be shied away from, but their purpose is there so that they can get to that life that they desire to live, and one in which they actually thrive and not just live in mediocrity. And so, what's the final thing I want to tell you? So, I know that pushing is hard. We've been talking, as you know, about pushing to purpose. It's hard, but it is so worth it. So, the days when you feel like giving up, so the days when purpose looks like it is as far away from the east as the west is, the days when purpose seems to be buried deep down up under your feet, and no matter in which direction you look, you cannot see it. On those days, push a little further. Push until you get to what it is that you need, until you get to the point where you are actually doing the thing that you didn't think was possible, the dream that you didn't think would ever come to fruition. Be in the place that you had just given up on it even existing. So push past your fears, push past your doubts, push past your excuses, and push into your purpose. Why? Because when you push, you don't just survive, but you thrive. All right? So push, definitely push. And a part of your purpose is being authentically you. Seek authenticity in all that you do. Know that you are unique. You and only you are capable of doing what your thumbprint touches, what it is that you and only you can do. That thumbprint, that imprint that I always talk about, that is unique just to you. Go out and touch something with that. Identify your purpose, push into it, help yourself, and help someone else to thrive. That's it. If you desire to find out more, particularly more that we're going to do once this 12 weeks end, I want you to go ahead and just put in the chat, or actually, don't put in the chat. I want you to go ahead and text to this number more, 240-789-4299. 240-789-4299. Just text more and I'll send you more information on the program that occurs after we do this 12-week session that we have going here online. All right. So go out and have a great one. Thank you so much for listening in. Remember, I am on the CTR Media Network. You can find all of the past episodes of Thought for Thursday there, or on any of your favorite streaming platform, because we are there. Roku, any of them, you pick it. All right. Have a great one.